And some days they're super valid, and some days they're speaking out of laziness.
For sure.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So I told my sister I wanted to have her just like spitball with me about a topic, and I didn't tell her what it was, and it's nothing crazy. I just wanted to get her opinion on it, so she doesn't know what she's doing here. We have our 2 babies, Phoebe and Fonzie. Do you feel that you either do something only if you could do it fully 100%, or do you feel no?
I don't think so.
I would think I was even telling you about it, how if
You're gonna start working out?
Yeah, I either feel like I'm gonna do something so full throttle and like I will not go off of it, or I don't do anything at all. And I feel this level of like inadequacy and like almost guilt if I do something quote unquote half-assed, and I think that's what's in my head, and I wanted to know where you stand on that. If you allow yourself and like you feel good about yourself, if you like, you know, what's the dialogue in your head about doing things, even if like you wish you could do more? Do you do it? Do you not do it?
Okay, well, if we're talking about the gym specifically, I feel like I have quite a dedication for the gym, but there are days where I definitely don't feel like going, and I'll be there for literally 5 minutes and I will leave. So I'm not nice to myself about it, which, you know, but maybe in that instance, because I'm pretty consistent with that specifically, I give myself grace on like those days.
I'm talking about like, I guess anything. I use the gym example because that's when I had the realization doing 20 minutes of like abs is better than doing nothing at all. Some people are 0 or 100, but like, and I feel like I used to be one of those people, but now I feel like I could be in the middle, because the middle is better than 0, you know?
Well, give me another example, because I can't think of...
For my life, another example would be if I really, really am procrastinating editing a large project, doing 20 minutes of like the grueling part is better than pushing it to the next day.
Right. And sometimes you don't do that part?
Sometimes I'll be like, I'm either going to go in and do 5 hours of editing, or I'm not touching the project at all. And then I think, what a way to live. Like, it's so intense, you know?
I like chunking it down like that. I feel like it makes me feel accomplished to do, sections or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like the big things in my life, I've always been doing things that I loved. I've been pursuing things that I've loved. So for those things, I've always been, okay, go. You're going to move to New York. You're going to do it full out. You're going to move to LA. You're going to do it full out. I've always been the just go. I mean, thinking back to even school, like if I had an essay to do or something, I'd be like, okay, do 1 paragraph tonight. Do 1 paragraph the next day.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I've never been like that.
You're just let me just sit down and do it.
Yeah, it's either I'm chilling or I'm fully getting something done. You used to do things a little by little. I used to leave things to the last minute, so I guess I had no choice. You either do it or you fucking fail. I've been learning now at 27 that like doing a little bit is better than doing nothing. It makes you feel good.
For sure.
My friend was telling me about a quote, and it was, if a thing is worth doing, it's worth doing badly. And I was like, what? Like at first I was like, what?
Yeah.
But now I understand, like badly maybe means doing a little bit of it rather than all of it. So it just made me think. And I was talking to him about the gym and how, due to personal reasons, I took 2, maybe 3 weeks off the gym, and I was doing it consistently, maybe 4 times a week, which is huge for me, by the way. And so when I fell off for like 3 weeks, I was just like, I either get back in it 4 times a week or I don't at all. And he's like, but just do like 20 minutes later, you know? And I was like, oh, but how weak and like, what am I? Like some sort of like
chump.
Yeah, like not like committed loser. Like the inner narrative is like crazy. It's just changing my way of thinking about doing things.
Absolutely.
And I just know that you were different than I am. And she said in the past, I said, oh, how's the gym? And she said, like, oh, I honestly, it was not it for me today. I stayed 5-10 minutes and left. It was like, I wasn't feeling it. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, wow, like, she allowed herself to, like, you weren't feeling it.
And
you
I drove all the way there, and I just, like...
But, like, good for you. I find that's a lot of that's a healthier way of living. I don't necessarily think 0 to 100 is always, like, 0 or 100 is always the best. I think it's great that you could be 100 and, like, super motivated and, like, probably do really well at that thing. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't think that it's great that it's either nothing or 100.
Right.
Like, no, give yourself grace. We're not all superheroes all the time.
I don't love cleaning. So blood. I do it, but but correction, actually, I need to get it done so I can relax. Like at home, if we have a messy kitchen
you
or
can't
something,
relax.
No, it's got to just be done. I'm in and out, and we're doing it. It's not we'll load 1 cup and then I'll finish the rest later.
Definitely depends on what you're doing, for sure. Like this whole self-love movement, right? Be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself. All of this is definitely key. I say it all the time, and I try to remind myself of it because I feel like, we all could be hard on ourselves for certain things, or all the time, or sometimes, whatever. But how do you differentiate? Basically, how do you know when you're being lazy or when you should be, like, gracious with yourself?
I personally base it on my performance that week. If I've gone to the gym, my goal is 5 times a week. If I've gone 4, and on the 5th day, I'm like, you know what, I'm sore, and I'm just like, it's not it today. I'll be like, that's all right. That's
a good thing, week by week. Like, see what's up, what happened with you that week.
Well, that's how I chunk it down anyway with fitness. I always have, like, you have your weekly goals or your weekly whatever. Your split, like how you're doing it, and then you just base it off of that week. Some weeks will be better, and then others are not going to be good. Some weeks when I'm busy and I'm on my period, I go once. Big whoop.
I think it's learning how to be, like, chill about things and, like, not be so wound tight.
And especially for the gym, again, specifically, because I used to have to do it to stay in shape for my job. I'm not a professional athlete, but modeling, it's a big part of your thing. So I used to be very, very controlled about that, and I, rain or shine, was at the gym. Now I just allow myself. Because it was a tough time. So I'm conscious of allowing myself to just...
That's really good. I'll know the night before that I'm going to be waking up the next day to work out, and I find myself, as soon as I open my eyes, I'm making excuses in my head for why I can get out of it. It's so frustrating and hard to navigate because you want to motivate yourself, but your brain is trying to just stop the pain from coming. So you're like, well, I did a little bit of exercise yesterday. You start reasoning with yourself about why it's okay to not do it. And some days they're super valid, and some days they're speaking out of laziness.
For sure.
It's exhausting.
It sounds like it. For me, the gym's kind of just a no choice. It's just part of the day. Like walking her. Sometimes I don't want to do that either. An excuse that I use for the gym is if I've just washed my hair. I just washed my hair and then I have a shoot tomorrow, but I don't want to wash it like twice in one day, and then I really and it gets me sometimes.
Sometimes I'll be
or
like,
you're not gonna have enough time to, like,
if I have like a big shoot day and I have to look really presentable, I will purposely not work out in that morning because I won't have enough time to shower, wash my hair, blow dry my hair, do my makeup, eat something, prepare my work stuff, and then leave. There's no way. It's easier to get up, make your coffee, prepare your work stuff, and go.
Guys have it so easy with that.
I know. Some is better than none is what I keep saying to myself. Some is better than none. So that's pretty much it for this video. It's very, like, unfiltered little convo having with my sis. Just see where your head's at.
Pulled me for a chat.
I pulled you for a quick chat, and I want to see where your head's at, and pull me later if you want.
For any Love Island fans out there.
Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit the bell so that you get notified every time I post new content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!